Both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set, play, 20, rip. I'm here all day. Bravo. 25, we'll go 25. Hey, 66.
Brady now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 12-50. Hey, Delta.
Here's Brady. Now he's forced out left. Now he'll let it go deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Second down 6 at the 36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brady going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
No, 66.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48th. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, but keep pressing forward.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
6-man. Hey, orbit.
Throwing now is Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Brady to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. This time, Jackson will throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got some space here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Now, that's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, dude.
To throw is Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. 53's in now. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, Alabama. Go Bandit.
Brady now to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On play action, it's Brady. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They go play action now. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 31, Brady. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go with the keeper. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the Bengals 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tackle.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
94.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his throw here's incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Allen man open down the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. On first down, here's Love. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Mike 51 is acquiring now.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This is caught. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
Jackson will keep it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyree Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that gives him a 3-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And they're able to get this one across the 35. back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6 at the Bengals 31-yard line.
57's the mic. You're not ready.
From the 31, Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Shark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambo on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, 66. Sugar.
One final try now for Brady. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a